Sweet. Alright guys, I thought I'd make this really quick video on ambient lighting aftermarket options for a lot of the Mercedes models. Today here I've got our GLC and our C-Class, and I'll just show you some things that you may need to think about if you are considering doing this upgrade. So let's start off with the C-Class. I did this one last year. This one, first of all, it comes factory with 3 colors. So the standard is that you don't get any ambient lighting, or you get the 3 color option. And in the facelift in 20, I think it was 18 or so, or 2019, is when you got the 64 color option. So this comes standard with the 3 color option, and yeah, you've got to decide whether you want to get more colors or you're happy with just the 3 colors. Now, I actually quite like the blue. If you see here, this is the factory lighting. You can see it's sort of shining this sort of blue color on there. And I quite like this blue, so I thought I don't need to upgrade to 64 colors. However, all I did with this car, aftermarket wise, all I did was just change the vents. I really like these vents. They do a really good job with this design. This is actually a factory design, but obviously an aftermarket piece of kit to look just like the newer Mercedes models that come in these style of vents. So all I did with this car was just put these vents in, and there's the ones on the side. You've got the 3 here in the middle as well, and then you've also got 2 in the back seats as well. And the first problem that I encountered was the fact that this blue is actually quite a different shade of blue compared to this. This is more of a tealy, kind of greeny, aqua-y kind of color, whereas in here it's far more like an icy cold blue. So the first thing is that if that's going to annoy you, make sure you go for the 64 color option, because it will be the exact same shades of color that come through everywhere, through here, through underneath here. So yeah, that's the lesson I learned from this car, upgrading this first. Now if we look in the other car, in our GLC, from the lesson that I learned, I opted for the 64 color option. And you can see here, the first thing is that when you get the 64 color option, the aftermarket one that is, it is way brighter. You can see this color way more clearly. If you look inside the cabin, you'll see, again, I've got the vents there as well. You'll see it's just a way brighter color. That's the first advantage of going for 64 colors rather than just the standard bulbs, which are quite dim, to be honest. So that's the first thing. The second thing you need to consider is which parts do you want to have ambient lighting. So the factory things that give you ambient lighting is the strip underneath there. The footwells also have a light here as well, and then you've got these lights that run down there. You've also got some lights up here. There's some ones that are in here, not these ones, but ones in there, which also changed colors as well. And then you've also got, if you look in the back seats, you'll see you've got factory ones here, and then the footwells for the rear passengers as well. So that's all the factory stuff. The rest is up to you what you want to customize. So the first thing that I did with this one, which I always recommend doing, is the vents. So you can see in the back there, those are the new style vents. They're called the Turbine V2. The Turbine V1 is the style that's in my C-Class. Now, my personal opinion, I think the V2 looks better during the day. Like, it's a really nice design. It's a really cool turbine style. But the problem I would say with these vents is the ambient lighting doesn't look as good on this as it does in the Turbine V1. So you can see this light here, and this light just shines around, right? That's it. It's just a normal light that shines around. If we look in the C-Class, the Turbine style V1, the focus is not actually on this light here. You don't actually normally see this light when you sit in the car. What you see is the blue lighting up all around, and I think that's a much cooler design in terms of, you know, using ambient lighting than the V2 ones. I don't know if the V2 ones are actually based off OEM designs from Mercedes, but that's one thing to notice as well. On the vents as well, both of them, both this V2 and the V1, to open and close the vents, you just rotate it left and right, and there is a really nice satisfying click when you have it fully closed and fully open. One of the problems though that I find with these designs is there is no click when it's centered in place. So if you kind of move it like this, there's no like click. You have to kind of manually get it perfectly lined up. The original factory vents, they had a really nice click when it was perfectly in center. So that's to do with the vents. Now, what else can you change when you upgrade the different parts in the car? Well, firstly, you can see here, this is an aftermarket piece here. I really wanted to do this because I felt that as a passenger, when you look forward, if you look in the newer Mercedes vehicles, they have a nice strip lighting on the passenger side of the dashboard. And so I wanted to add this piece because I just think it looks a bit nicer, adds a bit more color. So you got that. You can also get the tweeter grills, the speaker grill covers, also with ambient lighting. I chose to not do it because my wife said to me that if you're going to get the Burmester grills, you have to have Burmester speakers. It's a little bit up badgy to get the Burmester grills. But anyway, they do look pretty cool. This one lights up, and also this one here lights up, and it actually is a 4D rotary one that spins open and closed when the car's turned on and off. So it's quite cool. It's quite showy. I think again, if you have the Burmester system, maybe you can earn it more, but without it, I sort of thought, I don't want to overdo it in this car. So you've got those as well. Also in the back, the other thing that you can add is there's a light strip that you can get, which goes just across here like that as well. And like I thought like it would be all right, but we've got a young child now, and it's quite bright, so it might be quite bright in their face having this strip over there. So that's why we didn't go for that. So the last thing I wanted to talk about real quickly is if you have the original 3 colors, how do you change the colors? I was quite curious to know how this works. So I'll quickly show you that now. So here we are in the vehicle settings, and you can see you just go to ambient lighting color, and when you select that, you can see I've got the original factory 3 colors, but you can actually just scroll through using your normal OEM controls, and as I scroll through, you'll see these colors rotate through all of the 64 colors, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I definitely, in hindsight, reckon, yeah, go for the 64 colors, because firstly, it will match properly. Every LED will have the exact same color, but also there's just so many cool colors that you can get. It's really weird that the CLA gave you 12 colors, and yet the C-Class you only got 3. But yeah, really cool colors. The last thing, sorry, one more thing to add, is that you might notice that it does look a bit patchy in some areas. So now this here is an aftermarket strip, so you can see it's a bit brighter there and a bit dimmer there. So I mean, that is aftermarket stuff for you. But if we look at the door panels, and I'll go to yeah, that's quite a strong color. If you look lower, you'll see again it's a bit brighter in certain parts. Now this strip here is actually a factory strip. Right, the light is what is aftermarket. You put a little light in the end, you gotta remove the door panels, little light goes in at the end and it lights up the entire strip. So the fact that it's patchy here and on pretty much all the doors as well, that's not an aftermarket issue. That's actually from the manufacturer, from Mercedes. That actually comes a bit patchy. And I've considered whether I buy like a frosted plastic piece to put it over there to try and soften out the different patchiness of the lights. But anyway, there you go, that's pretty much the video. So things to think about, which parts do you want to get, different colors. If you have no ambient lighting, there's a lot more work involved in setting up all the lights and gluing things on and off. It's a bit more intensive. If you have already the factory 3 colors, it's a bit easier. If you have 64 colors already, it's even easier. So yeah, hopefully this video was helpful and figuring out whether you wanted to get ambient lighting in your Mercedes. Was it easy to install, bro?
No.
Nah. it does require a bit of work, so make sure you set some time aside, get some mates along to give you a hand. I think it's worth the effort in the end, but yeah, it is quite a bit of work of the normal annoying things like pulling things off and hoping that they don't break. Getting the vents out can be quite tricky, but there's heaps of videos out there already on all this stuff. Just watch them and then pray and then pry, and hopefully it doesn't break. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, bro.